Hey y'all, it's Key, and in this video I'm going to tell you about my new regimen for washing my hair. I want to show you exactly what a typical wash day looks like for me, especially in the winter and the fall whenever it's really cool outside. Now, this isn't how I used to wash my hair, and I'll tell you why I've changed it in just a second. But the first step for this process is putting on my favorite deep conditioner. And the reason that I've had to change my regimen is because of my two little crumb snatchers that live in my house. I've got twins that recently turned 3 years old, and so after work I pick them up probably around 4:30. They come home. We try to get dinner ready so that by the time Daddy gets home at 5:30 or 6, I've got dinner. As you can tell, they've just now learned how to count and make their fingers go with the number that they are saying. So I don't have time to jump in the shower anymore and wash my hair like I used to. What I have to do now is I have to deep condition first. And what I love about deep conditioning first is that it gives me a couple of hours to have that deep conditioner sitting on my hair while my dinner's being prepared, while we're playing with the kids, washing the kids, getting them down for bedtime, so that by the time they're in bed at around 7:30, my deep conditioner's been on for a couple of hours, which is fantastic. By the way, if you're wondering about this style, I had many twists in my hair for a couple of weeks, and so this is a twist out that I was just wearing up in a bun for a couple of days. So anyway, the first step is to get my hair damp, not soaking wet, but just damp so that the conditioner can penetrate. I saturate my hair in my deep conditioner, and again, I just leave it on for a couple of hours. And once the kids go to bed, I come back up and do the washing process. A benefit of that is it doesn't take away from my family time, and it also gives me that moisture I really need in the winter. You know, I don't want a 20-30 minute DC in the winter time, and I'm not one to sleep in my deep conditioner either, but it just gives me a couple of hours. It makes my hair feel very soft. It also makes it detangled before I actually get in the shower to wash it. So I will come back when it's time to shower and show you how that process goes, because we've just done the deep condition and now it's time to shampoo. So I went downstairs and got the chicken out of the oven. We had our family time, and so it's 2 hours later. It's about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the evening. I turn on the water just to wet my hair, and then I turn it right back off. The purpose of that is to get the hair really wet again, extra slippery, not to rinse out all that good slippery conditioner. We definitely want to keep that in. And so now that the water's off, I'm just doing a careful finger detangle. If I run into any snags, I just work them out very slowly. But honestly, y'all, I'm telling you, there are so few snags when you use a good DC. And if you do find a snag, the DC should be slippery enough that you can pull the individual strands away till you lose that knot. So I'm just doing a finger detangle here, and I really like that. I like how gentle that is on the hair. Once I have finished that, I have all kinds of yucky shed hairs in my hands. So I put my little stopper down. I don't know if you have one of those drain things that catch your hair for you, but if you don't, please get one. I have found both of mine at Publix and Walmart. They're like $3 a piece, and they will save you a crazy plumbing bill. So please get yourself one. So that as those shed hairs are just sort of flowing down your drain or down your shower or your sink, you're not having to stress out about it. So now that I've gotten it finger detangled, that's when I turn the water back on and actually rinse the conditioner out. And I do that for each of the 4 sections. Finger detangle with the water off, and then detangle further with the water on as I'm rinsing out the conditioner. of those people that feels like shampooing is mainly for your scalp. You know, I think that the whole purpose of it is just to clean that skin that's on the top of your head. So I focus on my scalp and making sure it's nice and healthy, and this shampoo brush is helping me out so much. Shout out to Natural85 and Yolanda Renee for their discount codes and for doing their reviews, because it has added a lot to my life. I love the tingling and pretty much everything about it. So I do shampoo twice, and when I rinse, even though I don't have thick hair, I do need to sort of lift my hair away from the scalp, let that water run through it really well just to rinse it. But that's basically all I do during the shampoo step. If the shampoo is slippery enough, I will detangle while I'm shampooing. But if not, then I don't worry about it, because the purpose of the shampoo is just to get that scalp good and clean. Now that all the sections of my hair have been rinsed and twisted and clipped away, I'm just rinsing off all those shed hairs down into that drain stopper, and I am almost done, y'all. Almost done. It's been a long day. At this point, it's probably about 9:15, and I am exhausted. I do not believe in styling my hair on wash day. I just don't. I'm tired. So what I do is I put in my leave-in conditioner, I seal in my moisture, and I stretch my hair overnight. And I usually do my styling the next day or maybe even 2 days later, just so it depends on what's going on. So here I'm just smoothing through some leave-in conditioner. By the way, that's the way my naked hair texture looks. That's why I don't hair type, because there is too much going on in there for me to hair type. And here I am just sealing with an oil. I want to make sure that all that moisture that we worked so hard for the last few hours does not go anywhere. And I tell you, that's another reason that I like to do the deep conditioning before the shampooing. I feel like my hair gets a moisture sandwich. Shampoo, even if it's not very, if it doesn't have sulfates in it, it still is going to pull moisture from your hair. So if you start with a DC, then you strip the moisture away with your shampoo, and then you do more moisture on the end with your leave-in conditioner, your sealant. I just feel like it really helps your hair out a whole lot. So I'm really enjoying that. This is the first time that the comb actually touches my hair. At this point I've probably detangled it 4 different times, so I felt pretty confident that I could get that wide tooth comb through without damaging my hair. And all I'm doing is trying to get the product through as much as possible by doing a rope twist to my hair to distribute it through. And then it's on to applying whatever styler I'm going to use for that night. Sometimes I don't apply anything else at this point, but on this particular night I did put a styling lotion in. I set my hair in twists, and I stretch those twists across my head with bobby pins, and I just go to bed. That is it, and that is enough. So, whew, thank you for watching that with me. I really do appreciate it. I just finished a winter protective style challenge, and so in my next video I want to show you some of my favorite protective styles for winter or any time. So I hope you'll check that out, and I would love to know in the comments what your wash day routine is like, what products you love, what your steps are. And as always, I just want to say thanks for watching, y'all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.